Hello, everyone. Welcome to Harv's World. We are back. Big holiday weekend, at least in North America. I don't know what's going on in the rest of the world, but it's good to have you with us on the 4th of July weekend here in the U.S. I know Canada just had their Canada Day on Friday as well. Be proud of your countries, folks. Be very, very proud. They have a long, storied history with many, many things in their past and future to be very, very proud of. Moving right along. Anyway, I've got Sharko and Caveman with me. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Gotta turn up our time. Very good. We have got Eric Kuntz and that Eric's almost always the first one in the stream. Good to see you again, man. Graham Pierce is with us. He solved his own problem today. It was brilliant. Congratulations, Graham. That was good to see, bud. Lifehawk is with us in the house. Fun Boy, Midge, David Smith, Smitty, and Glenda, I'm sure, in the background. Hi, Glenda. Happy 4th of July. And James. Okay, we have got a lot to get done today. It is August. We've got 2 fields to harvest. We're going to keep our workers doing contracts. Hopefully, we'll be keeping the contracts behind the scenes today, and you guys won't have to suffer through any of that. But I'm going to get this guy going. Caveman's nice new case stealth tractor. The stealth case. And I'm going to set him up on course play. Click no course, and I'm going to do an inordinate number of headlands, like about 20. Because as long as this guy can keep running in a circle, he'll just keep going and going. He can run anyway, but I like to keep them moving as much as possible. And this is such a big field with so many headlands, it's going to take a minute to set up. So we will stall for a second. Kevin, how you doing, Kev? Jordan, how you doing? Destin, good to see everybody. Destin, it's been a while, man. Good to have you back with us. There we go. Oh, and that worked out perfectly. So you can see all those headlands. He's just going to loop all the way around until he gets to the middle. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Press the play button. And away he goes. Get on it like a car bonnet. We are selling our harvester today, but I want to get this guy set up also on a course. Same thing. Let's get about 20 headlands in here because he's cultivating. That plowing contract, by the way, is worth 20 grand. Or 60 grand, I'm sorry, $60,000. So, yeah, that's why we've got our helper on that. Man, we got a lot going on today. I've got some FS information to impart to you guys. I'm sure a lot of you know it already, but it's always nice to share information. We had a little problem after the stream last Wednesday, and so I want to tell you guys about it and what we did to fix it. Okay, those two guys are working off to the shop. Here we go. So, we're bringing back an old friend, guys. Some of you will remember this. Some of you won't. Everybody's hanging at the shop waiting to grab gear. So we're going to sell our harvester. The reason we're selling it is because it's worth almost $270,000. And it's going away. We're going to get rid of this smaller header too. That's another 44. Now that's a drop in the bucket compared to what we're going to spend. I might have to take a loan. So, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the old friend that is coming back. James, we no longer do Hobo's Hollow. That was pre this map. We only do one map at a time. This dropped on ModHub a few weeks ago. You guys remember this bad boy? It's got a terrible paint job on it. That's weird. Anyway, we're coming back to this guy. We're going to go a full grain tank extension. We are going to do maximum engine, long pipe, and GPS, and that's going to run us $301,000. So I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy it a second time. And for today, one thing I know for sure is this will run the big case header with the built-in, the TerraFlex Draper, 45 foot with the built-in header trailer. So I'm going to buy 2 of those too. We are going to knock our harvesting out because we not only need to harvest, we also need to oh yeah, it'll pull those headers no problem.
Yep.
We also need to get planting done today, fall planting. And with these 2 big new combines, we ought to be able to knock out our harvesting and any harvesting contracts that come our way in short order. And since we're probably, you know, this is an equipment upgrade day, but most of our money right now is still going into buying more cropland. Holy crap, that thing is faster than this tractor. Absolutely, Midge. That's next on the agenda. We're going to buy 2 9-meter corn headers to go with these things also. We need some contract income to come in, and we don't quite have the money to buy them yet, and our corn harvest is 2 months away, so we've got time before we buy the corn headers. But yes, we are definitely going to be upgrading those as well. Graham, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. That's very, very generous of you. So just checking in. Oh no, that's what I wanted. And for the sake of our studio audience, ladies, or Caveman and Shark, I'm going to ask one of you to let me drive one of those harvesters if you don't mind.
Absolutely outstanding.
I know, right, Dustin? There are no major bodies of water between the shop and our farm. It's literally like 3 blocks away, so we were safe there. Anyway, I am going to ask one of you guys to let me take over one of those harvesters, if you'd be so kind.
Darko hopped out for you.
Thank you. And the, yeah. The red case and the yellow on this thing, it doesn't clash too bad. I appreciate it, Graham. Thank you so much. It's good to see you getting a feel for the game and starting to solve your own problems and stuff. And I don't mean that in any condescending way. I just know you're very new to the game still, and half the fun is learning what to do when you have an issue. That's right, Midge. That's absolutely right. Oh. Man, my throttle's sticking again. Stop that. I really
Remember
need
that
to
thing turns on a dime now.
Oh, I know it does.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. No, it's. I need to probably get in and clean out my pedals.
You need to adjust. You need to adjust your throttle position sensor.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
You're just throwing crap out there.
Speed you're running?
12. There we go. Now everything we harvest is going straight into the pig food mixer. So hopefully by next year we'll be ready to set up our pig farm and get that up and running. That should be interesting. We've not done pigs before.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you guys about the little problem that we had on Wednesday after the stream. I was trying to take chicken feed over to the chicken coop and just top it off, make sure the chickens have, had what they were going to need. and it wouldn't let me tip it. And I kept trying, and it just wouldn't accept it. It would give me the tip trigger, but then it wouldn't accept anything, and I knew it still had plenty of room for chicken feed. So I tried it, Sharko came over, he tried it, and we were both getting the tip trigger, but we couldn't tip. And then Caveman came over and tried it, and he wasn't even getting a tip trigger. So then we started doing our problem solving shtick, and Caveman said, let me drop out and come back in and see if that fixes it for me. Well, while he was out, Sharko and I could both tip into the chicken coop. Sharko had to bail. He had other obligations, work the next day or something, and Caveman and I kept fussing with it. We tried about half a dozen different things, and I finally said, you know, Caveman, you did an edit on this chicken coop, right? And he's like, yeah. And I said, I wonder if somehow you've managed to install an older version of the mod and there's a conflict. And so he jumped off the map. He deleted the mod for the chicken coop and re-downloaded it, jumped back in, and that fixed it. So somehow we were able to run two different versions of the mod on two different players at the same time. The game is supposed to catch that, but it didn't this time. So that was an interesting little dilemma, you know, and keep that in mind. It's possible that they're just close enough that the game will not recognize that they are jacked up and will let you run, but then it's going to cause you problems while you're playing. We had no idea that was going on, by the way.
Yeah, we didn't know till we tried to put chicken feed in the chicken coop.
And the only edit that Caveman had done was to just allow it to hold a little bit more chicken feed. I think that's pretty much it, because that's a 5,000 chicken coop to begin with. So it's
yeah,
not...
it wasn't going to hold but enough chicken feed for a day.
Or less with 5,000 chickens.
Yeah, or less when it was full, so I made it hold more so we didn't have to worry about it. You know, like multiple times a day anyway.
Exactly, so nothing major, but we got the problem solved. Everything is good now. I just wanted to impart that little bit of information to you guys so you know in your own gameplay if you're on a server somewhere. You know, double check your mods first. Justin White, playing his Western Wilds playthrough while enjoying this live stream on a beautiful Sunday. Thanks for what you do, man. Well, thank you, Justin. I very much appreciate the sentiment there. You know, what I do is just throw my crap out there. And unfortunately it seems to stick sometimes, and I appreciate all of you who've given so much back to me. It never ceases to be a humbling experience, so thank you, Justin. Thank you very much, man. These are great little harvesters, by the way. Keto, how you doing, man? We did some Forza the other night with Keto. Me and Caveman and Lifehawk.
Yep. Hey.
It's thank you, Graham, appreciated. You know, sorry it's sort of our holiday to celebrate the fact that we left you guys in the dust, but that was going to happen eventually no matter what. But we don't think poorly of England. In fact, I think England is one of our most powerful allies, so... yes, Jordan, this is absolutely canola. I loved this harvester when we played it on PV Uncharted, and it's still just as brilliant. Absolutely, positively. Now, there's another issue as the game goes that Sharko has seen, and I'm going to let him tell you about the problem that he ran into, because it's something else you guys might look into if you're having an issue of any kind. Man, these two harvesters knocked this field out in a heartbeat.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
You know, the issue I had is during one of the streams, my shop would just not open. Like, nothing would show up in the shop. It'd just be like a gray screen over top of everything. And I closed the game, rebooted it, same thing happened. Then I'm like, okay, I tried joining the server multiple times. Eventually got on. And then after the stream, I decided to do a check on my files to see if there's any files corrupted using Steam. And Steam came back and said 4,000, or about 4,000 files were corrupted, and it needed to fix them. But somehow it still let me join and all that. So, yeah, that could be also an issue too, that your files could be corrupted if something's weird's going on.
Exactly.
Double check. I'm assuming maybe it was an update and it didn't update properly or something when the game updated. I'm assuming that's probably what happened.
I mean, anything could happen.
Yeah. So, but yeah, apparently it'll still let you join as long as they... But yeah, no.
We're going to have one little tiny strip left. And then it's off for sorghum.
Yeah.
Sharko, when all this goes in the truck, you can take it straight to the pig food mixer.
Okay.
And we're all coming down there too. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Midge, is a possibility. Just strange updates. Who's gonna pull first? Nobody.
It's acting funny.
Caveman
GPS.
stops for nobody.
GPS stuck again.
It's all good. That was actually pretty funny.
Playing chicken with the harvesters.
Well, they're yellow. They're chicken harvesters, right?
They kind of actually look like little chicks or something from far away.
Stop.
Okay, you're just gonna back up. Yeah.
I was. There you go. Go ahead and pull up. Perfect. How much have we got in that trailer, by the way?
Why is it flowing backwards?
I don't know. You have a brake on it, right?
Yes.
Don't move. I'll come to you. Man, mine's sticky too. I need an e-brake like Forza provides. Oh, it's empty anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm using mouse and keyboard. I shouldn't have to worry about sticky throttles.
Anyway, how much is in that trailer?
Oh, we still have to wait for Caveman.
I'm aware of that.
35,000 or 65,000.
Caveman, what do you got? About another 10 maybe?
13.
Nice. So 78,000 liters of canola. That's a good start. Alright, I'm headed to the sorghum field. What did the database admin say when he recovered a computer database? Keep calm and query on. Please tell me that you didn't just make that up yourself. The yard bird, there you go. These harvesters are now the yard birds. They are the XBR twin screws. Lizard XBR twin screw harvesters. It's good to see them make a return, and what appears to be a triumphant return for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because these things are kicking butt. I actually took about an hour this morning testing these. I know they've been out for a while. I just hadn't had any time to get around to testing them out and getting them ready to go, and I tested them, and they all worked as intended, straight from Mod Hub. Although I will tell you, they unload very, very slowly. And while this will not help console players, PC players, I did boost the unload speed. Because we'd be sitting here for half the stream watching these things unload. Wow. Was that a game save?
I don't know what that was.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
But that's twice right in a row it's happened.
I mean, I did just unload,
And
but
maybe,
that shouldn't have done it.
maybe that is what it is. That's right, Graham, and that's right also, Eric. PV Uncharted, that was a fun playthrough. I really enjoyed PV Uncharted.
Mm-hmm.
PV Uncharted was a blast.
Truly. Man, the game is behaving oddly today. Maybe we just installed one mod too many. Now, since we're towing these trailers around, or these headers around, I saw something really, really, really cool this week. You guys might not think it's terribly cool. I thought it was pretty darn interesting. It was a video. I didn't see it in real life. It was a video. But any of you who have tried to hook a trailer, even to a car or a pickup truck, know what a pain in the neck it can be to try to get the trailer hitch lined up directly behind the vehicle so that you can get the hitch, the connection and the connector all lined up and make it drop. And a lot of times those trailers are way too heavy to try to manhandle and slide them over, so you got to pull up and back up and move an inch and back up and da-da-da-da-da. I saw a video. I don't remember the brands, but a guy was at his harvester. He didn't crawl, he just stooped and got under the back of it, went back to the hitch. He uncoupled the hitch, because you know, like, the hitch portion will come out of a socket, right? He uncoupled that hitch, and he took it off, and it was attached to a high tension cable. And he pulled the cable out, took it all the way back to the header trailer, put the hitch to the ball. What is going on with you today? I've lost my steering.
Just turn GPS
There
on
it
and off.
goes. I did a couple times and it wasn't coming back.
Oh.
Anyway, did you guys just get dropped?
It came and did. I
Frozen.
did.
Something's weird with the servers today, guys. Anyway, so he takes the hitch, the ball, he puts it into the hitch section, connects them, and then he runs a winch that tows the hitch portion back underneath the harvester, where he can then reattach the hitch. So there's none of this trying to fiddle around and figure out how to get it lined up. It was just a winch attached to a ball hitch, and you could pull it out, put it anywhere you wanted to, and then winch whatever trailer you were attached to right back in, hook it all back together, and off you go. That was pretty spectacular. I was like, man, that's some cool innovation.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I unhook a trailer with the trailer hitch daily. That'd probably make my life a lot easier.
You probably would. You should Google it and see if you can find what brand of hitching implement that was.
Or
Well,
you
we
can
do-
make it yourself.
I was gonna say backup cameras though help a bit, but I don't think you'd have a backup camera on a harvester.
Be surprised at what some of those harvesters have on them.
Sure.
Right?
Like that backup camera helps a lot. Just so you can see it's not perfect, but does help at least get you lined up quite a bit better.
If I ever buy a harvester, I need to make sure that it's got a mini fridge and a coffee maker in it.
We'll go over here and park.
No,
Easier.
Midge, we still have traffic. Although I'm really tempted to turn it off for the sake of the fence duels. Man, this is behaving oddly today. I just like looped around in a circle. Do we need to update our GPS? What are you doing today? Maybe
Well, the traffic
GPS
seems to-
doesn't quite work and play well on this harvester.
Well, the traffic seems to be a bit laggy. Like it's skipping.
Well, the server is being weird.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go ahead and turn traffic off because I do know on larger maps it can create lag on multiplayer.
You don't have to tell me twice. Traffic is going off as soon as I can find it. Traffic off. And I'm saving real quick just to make sure that setting sticks.
Okay. Well, my lag just instantly got better.
Caused enough property damage with the new plow. That's probably true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do you think? We leave this field fallow and replant sorghum, or do we try to get a wheat crop in? We could plant wheat and barley, and only canola this month, but next month we could do cereals.
And one half a dozen of the other to me.
We probably ought to keep the sorghum working here, so let's leave this fallow. That's about right, Midge. The server gods are on holiday also.
Apparently.
So what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing for this holiday weekend? Hopefully something good. For those of you who have a holiday weekend. I'm not used to the way this harvester turns. I'm kind of making a mess of the ends of my rows.
It's okay, I'm running the other direction from you. I'll clean it up.
Oh, that's a really good point, Eric. Courseplay uses the same pathing that the traffic does, so turning off traffic makes sense. Oh, that plow almost has field 77 done.
Oh wow.
You might need to go move him somewhere, Sharko.
Yeah.
Graham is working. It's not a holiday over there, is it? Is it a holiday in the UK?
Might want to move your truck first, Sharko. Because you're right in the middle of my next pass.
Yeah, I see that. Well, he's good for now. I'll wait until he's finished.
Lifehawk traffic are like birds. Anybody
Get out of here.
Anybody who doesn't know, Lifehawk hates birds. He hates them with a passion.
Uh-huh.
We are getting some awesome harvest off of this field, by the way. Look at that strip of bright green there. That's 125% yield.
Oh, nice.
Of course, that's our strip of loam. There's a mod that has contracts progressed by the weather. That's interesting. I haven't seen that.
Either.
A hawk that hates birds. Well, hawks do hunt other birds, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Birds are your friends.
That's exactly why he doesn't like birds, because he can't eat them.
If they made them eatable, I'm sure he would love them.
That's why I love chickens. There's almost no way you can cook a chicken that isn't amazing. I love me some chicken. Fried chicken, baked chicken, roasted chicken.
Raw chicken. Do you eat a raw chicken?
No, that will kill you. I'll tell you what, you eat 5 whole raw chickens, and if you survive, I will eat a raw chicken.
You said survive, you didn't say get sick.
Sure, you did just say survive.
That's true.
On life support. Barely. You said if I ate 5 you.
Come and get
Well, I
me,
know raw
Sharko.
chicken livers ain't bad.
Ugh.
Sounds disgusting.
There's nothing good about any type of liver.
The only ones I've ever liked were raw chicken livers.
Come on. Come on.
You gotta get in
Really?
close. This is gonna end poorly, I can tell already. I once was kidnapped and held for ransom by a pigeon when I was a kid. Since then, he's apparently always hated birds. Now that's the unload speed I'm looking for. See, it's not supersonic or anything, it's just enough. Harvest like the little chicken hawk in the Looney Tunes cartoon. That's brilliant. That's great, Jordan. And that might be true. Although I always loved Foghorn Leghorn. He was my favorite Looney Tune anyway. I say, the best chicken is beef ribs. Well, remember, our motto now for this playthrough, it is the $1 million a month plate challenge, but what was our motto? Or our goal? Breakfast, barbecue, and beer.
Mm-hmm. Breakfast, barbecue, and beer.
That's pretty good. Need to make now the beer factory.
We also need to get the pigs to do the barbecue.
Well,
Yeah.
we need the pigs, and the beer factory is going to be a couple 3 million to get going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice if we could manage that spout a little bit. You're right, Mitch, but technically we probably are running a slightly larger header than this this harvester should be capable of. I mean, it's only 465 horsepower. If we had any major hills on this map, that's one of the reasons we can get away with it. We don't have any major hills on the map, so.
Yeah.
Does root beer count? Absolutely. Root beer and sarsaparilla. You know, something that 19 had that I do miss in 22 is it had a lot more of these headers that had the built-in header trailers.
Mm-hmm.
And now the only one with it is a case.
Running quite a bit of sorghum.
I thought about stopping.
I saw you think about it and then not do it. I figured out better.
Sioux City sarsaparilla sometime. Oh. Sarsaparilla, not quite the same as root beer, but pretty darn close, and it's just as yummy, yeah. Oh, Eric has a suggestion for you, Sharko, if you haven't seen that yet.
Oh, let's take a look at that.
AI Wars. You need 4 plays and the player wikis to make any sense of it. That sounds like the kind of challenge Sharkos would be up for.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, this field has actually turned into quite the large field. I didn't remember it being this big.
It's always been this big.
I know. I just didn't, in my mind's eye, I didn't remember it being quite so large. I don't think I've really done much work on it since we merged it.
I think I've done. I think me and Shark have done most of it.
Yeah, fertilizing and I do delete a course again. Course play.
Just hit that little button up in the top.
F13. You do it with F13.
There's no such thing as F13.
That's his point.
You're right. There's no such thing as F13 on a modern computer.
Well, yeah, there used to be one.
Oh, they're back.
The bots don't even take a break today.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, watch for those guys about every 5 minutes now. I'm gonna start calling them the disease bots. Come and check us out if you want a disease. Not only will we infect your computer, F0, F13, F0. I thought those were the same key.
I think F0 was Mac. I might be wrong there.
Well, you could ask Smitty. I think Smitty runs a Mac.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure his brand new Mac that he got just a few weeks ago. How's that working for you, Smitty? Sins, how's it going, bud?
Hey, Sins, how's it going?
And don't forget, everybody, Farming Sins and his little family are still struggling with the cancer diagnosis that his wife received. They are still running the GoFundMe, and that link is still in the video description down below. So if you can help, please do. And help isn't always monetary. You know, share that link around. If you have some social media circles or whatever that you run in. All right, a nice first run for our lovely XBR harvesters, the twin screws. The Fent is trucking. Oh, no wonder the Fent's not done. Speed him up a little bit.
Where was this going to?
Where's what going to?
The grain off this field, the sorghum.
Oh, pig food. How
Okay.
much sorghum did we end up with?
80,629 liters.
Not too shabby.
No, not at all.
I hope I have the big, the bigger cloths. I'm going to start getting the canola in. As soon as I top off the seed tank on this thing.
You need a trailer for this plow.
There's nothing easy about moving that plow around, that's for sure.
No, there it's not. So this says it has an F13.
Oh, that's what we were going to do. I'm not going to seed this yet. Aha! There, I knew I was forgetting something today.
Were you forgetting?
Oh, a little something something that's going to cost about $5 grand. I got to run back down to the shop. I should have done that while I had the tractor down there, but that's okay. Oh God, here he comes. You and I are going to keep crossing paths today like that. The weeder is far bigger than the seeder, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Weeder's quite big.
Okay. I want... This will make Smitty happy because he was asking me about it earlier in the week. I want this Kverneland fertilizer tank will hold an extra 1,100 liters of liquid fertilizer. Only $4,500. And the reason I chose the Kverneland over the Hardy is because this Kverneland mod pack that Giants dropped on Mod Hub, and this is a Giants pack, has the spot spraying technology built into it, where they did not add any of that to the existing stuff on Mod Hub. And we are going to try to seed and fertilize at the same time today. We've been doing it a little bit at a time, guys. We've been, seeding and separately fertilizing just to get a handle on precision farming and how it works. And now we're ready to graduate to next level seeding, adding the liquid fertilizer.
Which field are we putting it in?
The canola field number 1.
Okay.
Can you pre-weed?
No, I don't think you can.
I don't think so either, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think it'll let you.
Okay, now I need a delivery. I need a delivery of liquid fertilizer. Can I get away with putting that right about here? I'm gonna try it. If not, it's $100. We can move it anywhere we want to. Smitty, the Kverneland pack should be on Mod Hub. It's giant, so yeah, it's got to be on Mod Hub. I guess it doesn't have to be, but
It'd be funny if they took their own mod down because it didn't meet standards.
believe it
I
or
would
not,
laugh.
all joking aside, they probably technically have. Oh, and this Kinsey planter is going to end up being a big, big hassle to fill, I can tell already.
Why is that?
Oh, you know how
Oh.
the triggers are on these things. They're just hard to get into position.
Yeah. Those triggers can be a nightmare sometimes.
I know where the
Drive over the
seed,
safety
seed
barriers.
fill trigger is. I don't know if the liquid fertilizer trigger is the same thing.
It's
Uh,
probably the same spot.
no, Eric, it's not a DLC. It's just a mod. So what I've been noticing from Giants, there it is that the stuff that was in FS22, there we go, almost 4,000 liters total of liquid fertilizer. Very good. Anything that was pre-existing, for the most part in FS19, Giants has been releasing slowly over time for FS22. So for example, the Kverneland pack was a DLC for FS19. And the lag factor today is pretty bad.
Plow does not fit along this bridge.
There's a strategy to taking it across it.
Yeah, I know that. Well,
Oh
I
god.
don't think there is.
Sharko's trying to cross water.
Hop out of it real quick. I'll get it across.
Okay.
Can't. I just gotta find you. Oh, completely different bridge.
It barely fits. If you get it perfect, it'll go right down the center of the bridge. But
This is Sharko we're talking about.
well, no, if the tractor turns it all because it's swivel, it kicks the plow into the side of the bridge, making you twist.
Where are you going?
The other plowing contract.
The other plowing contract? Alright, I'll
Yeah.
get it there in just a second.
Oh yeah, that would totally be something Giants would do.
Reject their own mod. Believe it or not, all joking aside, they probably have.
If we have done it before, yeah.
Was it 86
Yes.
or 68? I mean,
68. Yeah, I don't think there's an. Is there an 86 on this map? Don't think there is.
What do you guys think of the Kubota pack? That came out this week, right?
Yeah, it did.
yes, it did.
I know Caveman's excited. What are your thoughts on Kubota, Caveman?
I wasn't excited for the Kubota part. I was excited for the fact that
The truck.
the multiple people could ride in the same vehicle without
that's
having to have a
right.
mod now.
We haven't tried that yet.
No, we haven't. We haven't bought anything Kubota yet.
I thought the multiplayer passenger option was across the board. They were opening passenger seats up for everything. It's only the Kubota?
I don't know. I have not figured out how it works yet. I haven't looked into it yet.
Now I'll tell you guys, this was just to fill you all in, if for those of you who may not know, but it was something that Graham got hung up on just a little bit, so I'm going to share it with everybody. Is there is a separate mod. It is a mod pack. It is available for all platforms, but it's a Kubota implements pack, for the lack of a better word. It's by Iconic, actually, who's a great modder. We've run some Iconic stuff. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. No, let me do this. Wrong way. Like so. Anyway, the Iconic pack is completely different. It's not part of the DLC. So don't expect it to be, but if you're looking for Kubota implements and stuff, don't look for them in the DLC. You'll have to install them as a separate mod. This has been your daily public service message from Harv. That's what I thought
Yeah.
too, Smitty. That multiple passenger was added to every vehicle.
Well, it's not letting me into your tractor, and there's 2 seats in that tractor, so
Maybe it's not the same command that it used to be.
I couldn't find a command for it in the settings.
Are we absolutely sure that we have Kubota installed on this server?
I'm like 90%, but I'll double check.
yeah.
Yes, we have Kubota installed.
I thought so.
Oh yeah.
Or was the multiple passengers thing a separate? I don't know. We'll look into it later. Well, for all intents and purposes, this is doing a fine job.
I think that's wide enough for me to lead yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut one headland down here and then I'll start working on that end.
I know it's not wide enough for me to lead yet.
This tractor was a worthy purchase, I have to say. It's
The
pretty
big Kloss?
respectable. Yeah, the big Kloss is doing a fine job. The only reason I
You own
haven't
both
run
fields?
the only reason I haven't run a lot of Kloss in the past is just because they're so darn expensive.
That they are.
But we got this one for less than 200,000.
Yeah, that one we got for steel.
Oh no, it was just a little over 200,000. I mean, it had over 40 hours on it when we bought it, but still.
40 hours? My tractor in real life has more than
Right.
and it's barely used.
The passengers work on cars and UTVs, don't think it works on tractors.
Okay, we'll have to get a car or a UTV and try it out.
Yeah, but that's pretty lame sauce. Most of the tractors and harvesters all have passenger jump seats in them.
Yeah, you're right, most of them
See,
do.
The Kloss you're driving right now does.
I've
Came with
seen
a
I've seen a dude in real life driving a tractor with his wife in the jump seat and the baby laying on the floor while they're taking care of it while seeding a field. If you don't have multiple passengers in the tractors and harvesters, I got one thing to say. Giants, get your crap together.
Fix your game, Giants. Fix your game.
That's right. If you want to put the name simulator on it, then start adding simulation.
Yeah, like when you smack a fence, you can actually see dents and stuff.
That's right. I want to be able to dig a foundation for my house, put in a basement. Okay, it's not construction simulator. Which some people start confusing it for sometimes. It's not mining simulator, it's farming simulator. It's not construction simulator, it's farming simulator. But it's your game. Play it your way. Everybody
Even
knows.
if that way is wrong.
Even if that way's wrong. Well, I was going to say, mining is a type of farming.
No, it isn't. I mean, I see where you're going with your argument on this. I'm like, hey,
Ain't no farming sim
you
quality,
are stretching.
That is stretching, and that is fair.
That's exactly right, Dave. There's no point in multiple passengers if it's not in all vehicles. I mean, I'm honestly the kind of player. I've tried to and I have used it for videos and stuff, but when I'm just running a farm and farming, I have no use for pickup trucks or UTVs. Like, they don't add any benefit to my farm whatsoever, and so not even, or not having multiple seats on a tractor is almost a bit of a slap in the face. Like, why would I bother? I don't need a UTV. It's not going to help my farm. It's not going to plant anything. And yes, before we start making the argument that some of them do have implements.
Well, precision farming does use the one, but
Well, if you're going to do soil sampling.
it costs roughly the same to buy it anyway, so
Exactly.
might as well just
Yep.
buy it and not have to worry about doing all the little hassle work.
Exactly. Phew, finally got that corner cleaned up. That is one slight downside to this map, is he's got these fields cut in very, very tight.
You're getting every last bit of that field.
I'm anal retentive that way. I have to, there's a dollar sign on every square inch of field.
I was gonna say, farmers in real life don't have that.
Have what?
They leave the edge of fields round.
Oh, well, I didn't cut this field in or anything. He left it square.
Oh yeah.
Oh, James, there's that word triggering. The most overused word in the English language. It's unfortunate, actually, that we have adopted triggering for everything, because there are people with mental illness who really do have this issue. And it's a shame that we have taken that word and reduced it so that the people who really do need help with their issues have an even harder time explaining them, because everybody is triggered, and now we don't take the word triggering seriously anymore. And it is what it is. I have a special place in my heart for mental health. I feel like it's not taken seriously enough, and I feel like a lot of people do not get served the way that they should, simply because they're discounted for their mental health issues. So that's just me.
Yeah.
That's my own private little soapbox, but we need to do more to help those who are struggling with mental illness. What were you going to say, Caveman?
I'll say you missed the spot back there too.
I saw it.
And I was also going to ask somebody that might know, did they add it to the semis as well? Or just vehicles and UTVs? Like the cars and the UTVs.
We don't know the answer completely for sure just yet.
Well, I was gonna say all the ones we use are modded, so most likely they're not going to work. The ones we use, so.
Well, like I always say, James, it's your game. Play it your way, brother. If you like driving a pickup truck around Hobo's Hollow, be my guest. I've got a tractor that'll get me there.
They can pull the equipment too that you need in those fields.
Or a semi-truck that will run 75.
Yeah.
And get my equipment there, or what I need in the fields. Especially on a big map like Hobo's Hollow, where every field is gigantic. I especially don't, for my personal play, I will say, I especially don't see a need for a pickup truck, because it's not going to do anything to get much of anything anywhere I need it to that's big enough to be able to do anything with. That's just my personal take on it.
There's a singular hemp plant just off the side of field 22.
There's no hemp on this map.
Or hops, I mean, sorry. Singular tree.
July is
Or root.
Disability Pride Month. Something I learned just recently. Oh, that's interesting to know too. Thanks for sharing that, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice to know.
Disability Pride Month, or is it just Pride Month? Either way, I don't care. Be proud.
Well, Pride is June. Pride month. So he probably meant disability month.
Okay. Well, Graham thought this was Pride
It might
Month.
be different in different parts of the world.
That's true too.
You know, that's true. It might be, yeah.
You can't attach anything to the pickup, David. Are you on PC or on console?
He's on a Mac,
He's on Mac.
and it depends on the pickup truck. If you don't have the right hitch on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we're talking about an in-game pickup. Probably a base game pickup, I'm guessing.
Oh, if he's running a base game pickup, there are things he can get to attach to that pickup to make it pull implements.
Yeah, there's the one that it's I believe in MISC that hooks up to anything that's ball hitch, 2 or 3-point hitch, isn't it?
Yes, I think it is.
Hey, Sparky. Sparky, also
Hey, Sparky.
known.
Hey, Sparky.
Sparky, also known as #BlameSharko. Poor Sharko gets no respect. Those of you who didn't catch us on Wednesday, Sharko has developed a brand new mod, which I will let him tell you about.
Yes, a water mod. Oh, and the things are done. A mod meant to fill your factories with water, so you don't have to worry about trucking water around everywhere anymore. There's 2 versions: a cheap one that's, I'd say, slow, and one that's quite, I'd say, decently expensive, but it pumps water like no tomorrow. Well, we have 2 million liters already of water storage, or something like that. It's ridiculous. But yes, I need to get the link for that, don't I? So if people want to download it, they can. But yes, it was a mod I made because we realized that there was a bunch of factories that required water, and delivering water to like greenhouses and all that's not fun. So I developed it so you don't have to worry about water anymore.
Which was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's either way, it's a mod, but one of the mods that allows you to do it, I think, is PC only. That's why I asked. It's not on console for some reason. I don't see why it shouldn't. It should be able to go no problem, but there's a mod out there that allows it.
Oh, the one that's attached to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
There's
is
the trailed lifter.
Oh, go
or
ahead,
something.
guys. Go ahead. I'll get back to this in a second.
I'll say it's the trailed lifter or something like that.
So you need the trailed lifter to be able to attach anything to a pickup truck?
I think so. The 3-point front lifter that I use on the semi glitches into the ground on the back of the pickup sometimes.
Okay.
So
Midge, so far Giants hasn't had a problem with the mod itself proper.
Yeah.
There's just a few things Sharko needs to clean up. They're basically just minor little nitpicky stuff that Giants insists upon. So it shouldn't take but maybe an hour or 2 for him to fix what they want him to fix and get that resubmitted. It will be available for all platforms. Right now, you can get it from his itch.io site for PC only, unfortunately, but he is trying to get that released for all platforms.
Yeah, there's no reason why it, other than the issues they sent me, it shouldn't get onto all the platforms.
Yep.
No extra scripts, no nothing.
But this is the production right here. We are currently holding 500,000 liters of water, and it is set to distributing. So all you got to do is activate your water, and then set the product to distributing. We could set it to storing. We haven't tried setting it to selling yet. I don't know if that would work or not, but it would be interesting to see if there's some place that buys
Would be
water.
interesting. Also, if you don't want to use the production part, you can turn off the factory and just use it as a water storage. It will accept and like it will take water. It will also fill up a trailer full of water. So
That's
if you need
right.
to fill like your animals, because it won't do animals, you can still fill up just by pulling up in front of it and filling your water trailers up.
Yeah, animal pens that require water are not considered productions, so they're not, unfortunately, part of the mod. But still, it fits a need that nobody had covered yet. Sharko latched onto it, and in short order, he had it ready. And I will look in the shop here in a second, guys, and show you exactly what it looks like for those of you who didn't get a chance to see it before. We did spend, it's $120,000 for the big I still miss that edge. God bless America.
Sell anything mod, buy water. I mean, we could set it to selling and see if it actually makes any money off of it.
Well, we don't have the sell anything mod. Maybe that's a test you can run. People are going to install the sell anything mod and your water thing and just make a fortune off of water.
Yeah.
Which isn't completely unrealistic.
No, if I'm pumping water,
that's
getting
what
into the city.
I've got a mod idea for you, Sharko. I'll share it with you after the stream. Don't let me forget. Do not let me forget, because this would brilliantly go with your water distribution mod. It's the perfect next step for it.
Okay then.
You were talking about making new factories. I've got one for you. Sell it to Nestle. Oh yeah. Yeah, do not let me forget. You're gonna love this.
Okay then, I guess I got another one after I patch this next one.
I'd spend a little time patting myself on the back if I weren't so busy patting myself on the back. Contract on field 68 is finished. Are you babysitting our helper, Sharko?
I am.
Appreciate that, thank you. We will collect field 68. Oh, we got a big harvesting contract on field 66. Probably gonna have to run our harvesters up there and do that. How big is that field? Harvest 4th of July Farming Festival. I will not be around for the 4th of July. I've got other plans for the holiday tomorrow. So you'll have to consider today Harvest 4th of July Farming Festival. All right, one canola field complete. That's not a bad idea, Midge. Milk, water, and chocolate to make a chocolate drink. That's a pretty good idea. Sharko is affectionately gonna become known as the Water Boy.
Water boy.
That's some high quality H2O. Have you ever seen that movie? The Water Boy with Adam Sandler? It's remarkably ridiculous, which is what you expect from Adam Sandler, but there are some funny one-liners in it. every now and again.
Do we have another plowing one? 5. Where's that?
Top off the liquid fert. Top off the seed, because we are going to need to put in probably barley next month. Bar's donuts and ice cream. Oh yeah, yeah. Do not let me forget this idea, Sharko.
Okay.
And we're going to switch to barley so that we're stuck on barley. And I just really hate the fact that they insisted on changing the... That's wheat. This is barley. Change the icons on this map. I know it seems like a small thing, but...
They are nicer textures, but...
You just learn to get used to one.
And then they go and change it on you.
Yep.
Okay, what's that? Oh, it's a $53,000 harvesting contract on field 66. We don't want to miss that. And it's wheat. We could use some extra wheat. You all done with the weeding, caveman?
Sure.
Wanna meet me at field 66 with the other harvester?
I can do that.
I gotta find field 66. Where is it? Oh, it's the one all the way down south.
Which one did you accept?
We've had it for a while now.
Oh. Which field is that?
73.
Oh, 73. Why is it not picking up?
No, it's field 66, Sharko.
Oh, that one, okay. Well, no, I'm just trying to get this worker to work. There we go. Right there, do it in the right field. Here we go. I wasn't far enough in the field and it started generating the course on the old field. I'd love to see a cocoa plant on the map.
Cocoa beans
Bacon.
and coffee beans.
I guess that'd probably be more though on like a placeable probably for cocoa beans. But
You could just do one and call it the mocha plant.
Oh, there you go.
When you have a chance, Sharko, we'll need the chaser at field 66. Check the map again. Over there. I don't
I'll
think
head right
these
over there.
harvesters are going to jump that berm.
they might,
Maybe. I'm not going to
but
try.
they won't get any air though.
No, it would just be ugly.
Getting ready to find out.
Oh, Omatana, who's
No air, but it goes over it.
I guess I should have gone that way then. Yeah, I got a little bit of it. Watch me get stuck and you made it with no problem. So this is a big field. This is going to produce a lot of bloody wheat. I hope we have a decent harvest quality on it. And boy, am I ever glad we turned off traffic.
Well, I can say Caveman's truck gets some good air.
I'll bet it does.
If it didn't get some air, I'd be a little worried.
See if
That kind of power.
See if Caveman can tweak the speed so that it'll jump the berm. Don't tempt him. He's liable to do it.
You got that right.
That's exactly what Harvest World has always needed, is a jet-propelled harvester.
I think I might have to do that.
Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
Jet-powered harvester. That'd be fast.
No, I wasn't planning on doing any direct contracts by us today, but I don't want to lose out on this harvesting contract. It's too good of one. Tim the Toolman Harvester. Ain't that the truth? Hey Blue Fox, how you been, bud? Good to see you again. Just add the jets from a Harrier jump jet. There you go.
Well, wasn't your Harvard just here doing this field 20 minutes ago? Yeah, but it's jet-powered. Finished in like 20 minutes.
60s Batmobile style turbine on the harvester. Abso-flogging-lately.
And the grains through them and cooks the, if it's coffee, cooks the coffee beans perfectly.
We need a harvester that can fly and go underwater.
There you go. Now we're talking.
So, I need to design a sub that's both, or Caveman needs to design a sub that's both.
That's right. You model it, Caveman can code it.
Yeah. It farms seaweed. You know, that's interesting. Seems like you're getting a pretty decent amount off this field. Was that 10,000 a row?
I'm at just shy of 15,000 on this first pass across.
Not terrible.
What do you got, Caveman?
58%, 59%.
You just doing a full-blown headland?
That's the plan.
Alright, I'm cleaning up this odd end down here.
Okay.
Just trying to square it off, so...
Crop duster, put a harvester, crop harvester. That would be cool.
And underwater, we could do seaweed and pearl harvesting. There you go.
Ooh, pearl harvesting.
Because you know she wore a pearl necklace. The Sharko, I'm gonna do a quick... Okay, you're going after caveman?
I was gonna say you're still just trying to figure that end out, so.
Yep.
Where is he? He's there.
I am at 82%, however.
I'm assuming caveman's close to that too.
Does the
No, the horn goes more along the lines of meep meep.
Beep beep.
Can't even hear it over the sound of the engine. I'm not sure this one has a horn, actually.
It does. Zoom in a little bit closer, you can hear it.
I was zoomed in very close. It's not triggering from my normal horn button. Oh, and I'm full.
Caveman was pretty much full too, so.
Alright, go.
Yep. Ba-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum.
It goes bok bok.
The harvester can run, or the sub harvester can run off of maple syrup.
That sounds pretty Sharko-ish.
It definitely does sound me-ish. Where are you? Assuming it's probably the road that's half done. Coming in hot.
Hit your brakes now. That thing doesn't exactly stop on a dime.
No, it doesn't. But it's got some get up and go.
Yes, it does. That's what we need. We need a horn sound on this that actually makes a chicken sound. What's the button for the horn?
On the keyboard, it's 0.
This thing has a wimpy. Yeah, you literally can't hear the horn over the sound of the bloody machine operating. And can you imagine the straw we would get off of this field?
Oh,
Couple of metric tons.
couple. I
About
think maybe
50.
100. Yeah.
I'm so used to driving standard now. These these tracks are throwing me off, and this is a really, really short track too, so it spins really fast. The steering is very, very touchy. Hi, Play. How you doing? Happy 4th of July, and to everyone who's having a holiday this weekend. Happy Canada Day to our neighbors to the north, and happy 4th of July. I hope everyone is having a great weekend. Make sure you get plenty of cookouts in. That means potato salad, chips, dip, fried chicken, barbecued pork, hamburgers, hot dogs. We always like to do bratwurst. Maybe some Italian sausage on the grill. Man, nothing tastes better than something that's been cooked over charcoal. Ooh, charcoal is just an amazing invention. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like a gas grill as much as the next guy just for its convenience factor, but you can't beat that charcoal flavor. Although in a lot of gas grills now, they do have additional smoking pans, so you can add like hickory chips to them or something to get some smoke flavor going.
Huh.
Oh, there you go, Sparky brisket. Yum.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
James is celebrating today. You know, who cares as long as you get the chance to celebrate, James. Oh, there we go. What are the traditional foods you have on these holidays, guys? For us, it was always grilled burgers, hot dogs, and bratwurst. My mom made the best potato salad. I cannot replicate her potato salad. It was really good. Although, I always make the argument that nobody cooks better than your own mom, and it's because those are the flavors that you grew up with and learned to love as a kid. Right? So,
Yeah.
everybody's mother is the best cook. Oh, I've got this amazing. They're not baked. They are a baked bean, but it's they're called sweet and sour beans. They make baked beans seem like dog food. They're that good. Well, Life Hawk's having pizza. Hey, there's no right food. Pizza's good any day. Oh, Sparky runs a smoker. Very nice. Atomic has steak marinating. Yum. Oh, Neverwinter Nights has procedural generated dungeons, Eric. Very cool. Another one that's really interesting and kind of does something similar is Valheim. When I have a few spare minutes just to take my mind off of things, I will jump into Valheim and just mess around on there. It's a nice combination of adventure, exploring, fighting, and building. And my understanding is that Valheim was done by a really small team of guys who got together, and when they released it, it just exploded. Like, sold like something like 50 million copies or something.
It was
lot of
something
copies.
ridiculous. It was very ridiculous. I remember.
Dino
They'd have a
nuggies
pretty
and
decent
Kraft
size
macaroni and cheese. That sounds like a heck of a meal, actually, Midge. I'd eat that.
I would too.
Yeah.
Sparky's throwing the brisket in the smoker tomorrow. Oh man, you need to send me some of that, brother.
Oh, brisket. Those are good.
We're probably gonna do cheeseburgers, hot dogs, baked beans, and coleslaw tomorrow.
There you go.
Oh, there's this one place near me that does pulled pork sandwiches. They're so good.
That's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I've got a pork butt. I'm going to throw it in the slow. I live in an apartment and don't have access to a place to put a grill right now. So I'm going to throw a pork butt in the slow cooker, put some sea salt over the top of it with some liquid smoke, and let that sit for about 6 hours. Yum!
I can tell you right now, I'm going to probably have to do like 4 trips from this field.
Oh yeah.
I told you it was going to be a lot of wheat. Did we ever check
yeah.
the yield on this thing?
I don't think we can see the yield.
Yeah, we can. Well, no data found on the soil, so the expected yield is 64%. So we can, but I don't think it's accurate.
It says expected yield inside the field. That is, I think, pretty accurate because that's what
But it
the map
says
goes
no
off of.
soil data found.
It means it
Talking
doesn't.
about if you actually stand in the middle of the field and look at it.
Yeah, it'll tell you expect or potential yield, and that's what yield that the current field's at. It just can't tell you what it can be or how to do it.
Okay.
Is that pretty-
64%.
Yeah, it's pretty low, but it's been 64 on every field that we've done any kind of a harvest contract on.
That's true.
And we know that can't be true with as many bloody contracts as we've done.
Precision farming does.
When I
best
get
with
turned
lawns
around,
and
Sharko, we'll be able to
That's-
unload.
That's kind of why I was just kind of parking behind you.
I will be, yeah, I'm right at 92% at the moment. 94% actually. And I'm running 15, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah.
Out of
Are you
Big
underneath
Holland
you?
Field.
Yes, I can.
Oh, I've done so many contracts, Mitch. I don't know what I've seeded, what I've fertilized. There's about 78 fields on this map. Keeping track of all of them is nigh on impossible.
From what I know, I don't think we've ever seeded this field.
I've seeded it.
Oh, you've seeded it? Okay.
David is doing baked potatoes and round steak. Yum. Kevin, hamburger, hot dogs, and corn. Oh, corn on the grill. That's one I forgot.
Corn.
You ever smoked corn?
Not smoked. Grilled, but not smoked.
We've put it in the smoker before when we were smoking turkeys.
That
It
might
came
be
out
really
pretty good.
Yeah. I have an ex whose mother at every holiday function would make what she called fried corn. And I think I found a recipe that's pretty close, but it was corn done in a skillet with some minced onion and green pepper and bacon bits. Man, I love that stuff. That was good eating. Fried corn. And yeah, Vicious Tech, A, welcome to the stream, and B, abso-flogging-lutely, dude. If I can't do a pulled pork on the grill or in a smoker, I'll gladly eat a ton of it straight from the slow cooker. Nothing wrong with that at all. I need to remember to pull that out of the freezer tonight. After the
Remember to
stream.
go to the grocery store after the stream.
Smoking some cream cheese.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Smoked cream cheese. Now, Dustin, is that going to be for some kind of dip or something? That would be good. I imagine the cream cheese would really draw in the smoke too.
It probably would, yeah.
It does.
Oh, see, Sparky's going to put his corn in the smoker, caveman. Throw together some potato salad. Yeah, that makes sense, Eric. Southwest cooking, fried corn. This was in Idaho, though. It's not exactly Southwest, and she always prided herself on being Italian. But she got the recipe somewhere, and I was very happy that she did. It was good stuff.
The fried corn does not sound Italian.
Not at all.
I don't know. It might be, but it just doesn't sound Italian.
Nope. Yeah, it sounds
almost
good,
anything more
Dustin.
redneckish.
Fried corn? No, it's not.
No, I know it's not, but like, oh, we don't got the pot. I'll throw it on the grill.
That's right, Dustin. Idaho. Idaho? Idaho. Well, there you go. Too Cool has it all running right now. Smoked cream cheese and grilled Mexican corn. Outstanding. The sweet and sour bean recipe that I have, I'm not a big fan of baked beans, but anybody who's heard me talk before knows I don't like anything that's overly sweet, and people always make their baked beans super sweet. But these sweet and sour beans, they have their own special sauce, but then you throw in a pound of ground beef in there, mix it all together with the sauce, lay it out in a casserole dish, and then you slice smoked sausage and make a layer of smoked sausage across the top. You throw that in the oven and bake it for about 45 minutes, and that sausage gets crispy and it starts, oozing down into those beans, and oh my god, it's the best. They're even good cold for breakfast. It's almost more like a casserole than an actual dish. Oh,
Either way, it
outstanding.
sounds pretty good.
Idaho, Idaho, Weedaho. Yeah, me neither. Sometimes old jokes are the best.
Are you talking about the ones with the jalapenos and the onions in it, James? Or are you talking about a different way?
Cowboy baked beans. That just reminds me of Blazing Saddles, where they're all sitting around the campfire eating beans. One of the greatest movies ever made. In a class by itself.
Awfully cooking in the farm and fire with friends.
Yeah, the ones I'm thinking of are, you take baked beans, you add ground beef, onions, jalapenos, something else I can't remember off the top of my head. If that's what you're talking about, they really are good. Kind of sweet and spicy.
That might be good. I don't think I've ever had them. That the scene from Blazing Saddles where they're sitting around the campfire is a horror movie, not a comedy. Let's put it this way. Just be glad that they are outside. If we had a methane-powered tractor, we could probably power it for a month just from that scene alone.
Time to go and unload.
So that's 250,000 liters of wheat off this field so far.
Not quite full, but pretty close to it.
Okay. So we are thinking along the same lines then. Cool.
Let's check on our chickens. So we had 300 chickens. We started with 300 at the beginning of the year. We're up to 1,200 chickens already. They're currently holding at 100,000 liters of food. And I want to see how much food. We've got another 100,000 liters of barley. So that'll probably get us through the year, I would expect. So any additional wheat we get off this field, guys, let's throw it straight into pig food production.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly right, Sparky. How did you know? It's going to be a real challenge to get this wheat dried out enough to grind it into flour by tomorrow. But where there's a harv, there's a way.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't say you were doing it for this year.
Oh, there you go.
This is for next year.
There you go. As crazy as it might sound, it actually might be kind of interesting to make your own flour sometime.
I thought about doing that. Growing wheat, corn. That's too much work for me.
Well, I mean, getting it, seeing the process of what it really takes just to grind the act. I'm not talking about growing. I'm talking about more along the lines of buying the wheat and then turning it into flour yourself. I hope you're racing back here, Mach speed.
Just got here. It's like almost on the other side of the map where I have to unload.
Well, I'm at 97%.
Gosh, and it is the depot. I just want to make sure.
Mitch, that's right. I'm gonna get
Crunch.
about 50 hair dryers and mount them on a bracket.
Okay.
This is like the old chaser bin drivers in 19 that we used to try to run with with auto drive, and we'd sit there and wait forever for them to figure out how to get to us.
I know how to get to you.
Planning ahead for next year. And by that time, cavemen and fix it so that the drying can get done really fast. Sharko is making the water to fill the pool with.
I think I could fill quite a few swimming pools with my water mod.
I
Just
think
a
you could
couple.
too. Isn't this, well, let's talk about what we're doing right now. Isn't this a lovely view of the field as we look down these perfectly striped rows? A perfect mix of dark and light. It's almost hypnotic if you stare at it long enough waiting on your chaser bin driver to show up.
Just around the corner.
It's practically sublime how perfectly evenly spaced those rows are. Sharko, I'm talking about harvested rows of wheat. Get your butt over here.
That's right. This truck only goes so fast.
It'll run 75. Put your
75.
foot down.
And
Go
watch
at
out
72.
watch out for the water.
I'll just take this. Oh.
There he goes. He spun out. I saw him on the mini map. He totally spun that truck
No,
out.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do not know what you're talking about. I'm here.
I watched.
You don't know what you're talking about. I am here.
Sharko Niagara Falls called. They want their water back.
I never said where the water was coming from.
That's true. He never said where the water was coming from.
Someone's just going to go into their
Empire.
backyard to go to the cottage or something, and the cottage is going to be completely drained.
Oh, that's why we're in the middle of a drought and all of our lakes are dropping. Look at Lake Mead sometime. It's down 100 water feet, man. Or no, 100 feet.
Sorry, I've just been tapped into it this whole time.
I sound like the announcer in the Stanley Parable. I have not played that game. It looks interesting, though. There's another one that looks real interesting, too, and it's real cheap on the Steam sale right now. It's What Remains of Edith Finch, or Fitch, one or the other. I like story-driven type stuff, as you might be able to deduce.
Yeah. We can tell. We can really tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be here if
Did you
my
hear-
stories didn't attract you to me.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
Did I
very
what?
true.
Did you hear about that houseboat that got stuck out there in Lake Mead? It was like a 50-foot houseboat that got beached on once. I can't remember which side of the lake it was. Right near the marina. They had to get somebody to come out there and pull it back in the water.
I believe it.
The guy that pulled it back in the water had to actually take another boat and pull it back into the water because where it was beached at, you couldn't get access with something to, actually properly tow it.
Right.
So they literally just hooked a rope from one boat to the other and yanked it back in the water.
That sounds about right.
They had to drag it like 250 feet to get it back in the water.
Although Lake Mead is so bad right now that they almost don't have enough water to run the Hoover Dam.
Yeah. I have heard it's getting quite low. If it gets any lower, they might have to shut the dam down.
Where are they going to get all that extra power from then?
Well, surely they've got backup systems somewhere.
I'm sure they'd probably use the peaker plants and run those full time. Wouldn't be cost effective, but I'm sure they could do it.
That's right, Kevin. Going to Lake Erie next month for vacation. Better bloody be water in that lake, Sharko. No, he's not going to drain lakes that affect Canada. He's only going to come to the States and take all of our water.
I think if I take from Canada, 'cause there's so many lakes up here, no one would ever realize. So where would I be putting that water?
You're pulling in it. Everybody's buying your power, your water plant. It's all going in there.
I'm going to all the factories.
That's right. Well, we got 1 million liters of water, building up in ours right now. 2 million actually.
It's true. 2 million liters of water is quite a lot of water.
Oh, they
Also-
are installed solar? That's good.
Well, we do have an awful lot of sunny days here.
That's true. Actually, I have heard of a thing where LA does this, or is trying to do this on their apparently some of the reservoirs have floating solar panels on the water to help slow down evaporation, and then they can still use it as way to generate power.
Another thing that they do is, especially on smaller reservoirs and stuff, they'll use ping pong balls. And
Yeah, I've
just
seen that.
put a layer of ping pong balls on there to reflect the light and heat back off of the surface, or off the surface of the ping pong balls, so it keeps the water cooler. Mr. Solter, that's quite the farm you've been building up, Bruce. I've been seeing those pictures you've been dropping in Discord. That's quite the operation you got going. That's Yukon, right?
Darko, learn to drive. I'm using GPS, and you shoved me off course.
Otters keep stealing the ping pong balls and trying to crack them open.
I was looking at chat. I'm not using GPS.
Look at that.
Probably should be.
Midge makes a great point, by the way. That's right, David. Black ping pong balls. You're absolutely right. I missed that part, but yes, that's what I've seen.
It's a 2 million liter water tank. It's all underground.
1,000 liters is a meter cubed. And you've made a 2 million. You are stealing all of the water.
What is that? 100,000? No. Maybe it would be 100,000 liters of or cubic.
What's a
meters.
million? What's a million divided by 1,000?
1,000. No, 100,000. I don't. No. A million divided by 1,000 is 1,000. So that's 2,000 cubic meters. Sounds like a lot.
Oh, there you go, Dustin. They're like softball-sized black balls. That's cool. Atomic sneeze. When I was driving trucks, I once had to haul a load of loose ping pong balls. They covered the back of my trailer with cardboard, cut a hole in it, and blew the ping pong balls in. Makes sense. Saves on packaging.
I mean, it does.
Yeah, it does. Saves a lot on packaging.
Are you gonna unload me, Sharko?
Yeah, I'm coming.
He would have been there by now if he could drive in a straight line.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Bruce. It sounds like you're having a good time on that map, too. We might have to revisit Yukon one of these days. Sharko's going to be very busy with a hand shovel running around digging holes to try to find that $18 million we left up there.
I just rerouted the river. What I did.
You rerouted the river?
Yep, I filled in that massive issue between the shop and the mainland. Filled that all in with dirt and rerouted it. That's it with the 18 million.
So he insisted on inspecting it, which, believe it or not, doesn't necessarily sound unreasonable coming out of Mexico and hauling a lot of small objects that have hollow spaces in them. Because the drug smugglers do find ingenious ways to move their product. Oh, a semi-truck of bees crashed. Interesting.
Oh no. Oh no. You don't want to open that door. Sorry, I need to open this door for a second. No, I'm sure you don't want to. Oh, and there they all are. That would be funny to see.
Alright, too cool. Thanks for stopping in, bud. You have a wonderful 4th, buddy.
Have a good one.
Picking them up for weeks.
20 miles away.
I guess, yeah, the wind probably would have blown them.
How far can a ping pong ball bounce? Apparently we know the answer, thanks to Atomic, 20 miles.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have been there to see that.
I would have too.
It would have been hilarious.
Absolutely hilarious.
And then you show up to drop the trailer off. Why are half the ping pong balls missing? Oh, that would be interesting. Like a plastic tumbleweed. Tiny little plastic tumbleweeds.
Tiny little plastic tumbleweeds, yeah, that's right. But if you don't put them in boxes, Eric, you can get a lot more in there. If you put them in boxes, you lose a lot of space. And honestly, they were probably sending them from the manufacturing plant to some kind of packaging facility would be my guess.
Yeah.
Probably.
Like a place that puts them either into like packagings for like tour baseball or ping pong back rackets and all that.
Mm-hmm. Well, our plowing and cultivating contracts are almost done. And we don't have any more contracts for today. How's our contract money today? 200,000. We should easily hit our or be under our 250,000 a year average.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry, I just realized what you were doing there. I was busy looking at contracts.
Honking my horn, that you know I'm here.
A Mythbusters episode where they made a ping pong ball go supersonic. Oh, I would love to see that.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Mythbusters was a great show. I'm sorry to see it's gone.
It was a good one.
See you later, Graham.
Yep, see ya.
All right, take care, Graham. Have a great night at work, man. Field 46 is complete. Very nice indeed. We'll collect on that. So we spent roughly $750,000 today, and we're already back up to $252,000. And 2 more contracts to collect.
Now it's time to buy a side-by-side just so we can test out and make sure it still works. Make sure it works like it's supposed to, right?
Oh, with the
Yeah, they got a 4-seater side-by-side.
the passengers.
Yes.
Well, let me take a look and see. What's it under? Is it under trucks or miscellaneous?
It's under
Cars.
cars.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing, Tom, because you don't want to be held responsible for that.
Is it the Kubota, the big one? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
big
4-seater.
one. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. There you go, Atomic. Absolutely.
Imagine that being someone else opens that back door and you had to pick them all up. That would not be fun.
I would have made.
Somebody did that to me, I'd have a few choice words to say to them.
I would have
Oh,
made
yeah.
him pay me for the lost mileage for the trip. Like, well, you just ended my trip. I don't have any product to deliver now, so you're going to make up for the mileage that I didn't get paid for on this. Oh, Mythbusters raised a sunken boat with ping pong balls.
Yeah, maybe that's too low, the ping pong balls. That's where they are going.
Could be. No, Atomic actually confirmed that they were going to
Yeah.
a packaging facility. Have you run a second load yet, Sharko?
No, but I am 80%.
I hope we get the last of it in there. Farm Sim Casey has subscribed. Welcome to Harv's World, Farm Sim Casey. Or I'm just going to call you Casey because that's too much of a mouthful.
Well, we are 90% on the contract, so.
If we're 90% on the contract, you've got 250,000 liters, and we probably have, well, you don't quite yet. We've probably got maybe 280,000 liters of wheat. We might have a good leftover chunk for a change. This map's been really tight with the leftovers.
I think it has to do with precision farming, to be honest.
Probably.
Well, I am definitely full.
Well, you took every last bit from me, so that was
Well-
apparently just the right amount.
I have 1,000 liters left. So I can hold another 1,000 liters and that's it.
All right,
Are we
Harvey.
are we keeping any of the wheat? I'm assuming so.
Somebody answer that question for me.
Any leftover wheat goes into pig food production.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, they're back. And Kevin, being the awesome moderator that he is on it like a carb on it. Hi, we've got nothing better to do than try to scam you into spending your money on our trash product. We're going to go annoy peaceful streamers.
Yeah.
Because we're leeches who just can't make money without abusing other people.
Nope. Anatonic still has nightmares of seeing ping pong balls go everywhere.
I think I would too.
I can't
I
even.
think I would too.
I can't even watch the movie Forrest Gump without being triggered by ping pong balls.
At least it wasn't a whole truckload of Super Balls.
Oh
Those
god.
bouncy ones.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome to see
Boing.
too.
They wouldn't stop bouncing. Oh my.
I don't remember which one exactly it was, but I remember it was a little bit smaller than a baseball, and it was this like see-through blue, but like a cloudy see-through blue. You could literally drop the thing from like an inch high, and it would bounce like 2 or 3 feet in the air. Imagine a whole truckload of those getting dropped.
That's right, Midge. I always use my Flexo Light Ping Pong Pong paddle. My Flexo Light Ping Pong paddle. There we go. How much you got left over, Sharko?
5,000.
5,000. I've got 14,000. How much do you have in there, Caveman?
19,000.
So all told, about 40,000 liters left over. That's not too terrible, I suppose.
Not great, but not bad.
Now, since we're coming straight at each other, and since our pipes are on the right side, what I want to find out is, can we set up so that we can transfer product into these harvesters?
Why not? Because you're
Both at the
header's too
same
big.
time. And what
Oh, you
happens?
can
Will it just run perpetually? Keep switching it back and forth and back and forth?
That would be funny to see. No
let's,
wonder.
let's try it and find out. And it's not about the headers, it's actually about getting the pipes past
The
each
height.
other.
Yeah.
Alright, stay right there, caveman.
You either back into each other or something.
The harvester's too tall.
It is, the pipes won't go in.
So
Oh
it won't
well,
work with the extension.
not with these, no. Without the extension, I'll bet it would work.
Without the extension, it should.
Yeah, that field got knocked out in short order. Short-ish order. Alright, I'm heading for home.
Stay still, Sharko.
I didn't see you moving, Kevin.
Hey, Rooster Neck, how you doing, bud? Oh, marbles, Eric? Oh my God, that would be an
marbles
odd
would
load.
hurt.
Not only that, that would be a really heavy load.
That would be a
Oh,
very
yeah.
heavy load. It'd probably be like a 30-footer or something. I think you could do a 53 foot. Maybe I'm wrong, but 53 feet of marbles sounds very heavy.
Once dropped a case of Super Balls from the roof of the junior high school and caused a lot of damage in the parking lot. We were never caught, but we did get suspended. If you never got caught, why were you suspended?
Maybe they just suspended everyone. Then that doesn't make sense.
No, that doesn't quite make sense either.
Oh, I actually have a funny story.
Alright.
So in school, I think it was something about I think it was. I'm trying to think. It was something about to do with the bathrooms. This was like back in elementary school for me. But the principal called all the boys in, and wouldn't let us go out for lunch until one of us confessed to something. Don't remember what it was.
Just something. Oh, it was a specific
It was
thing.
It was a specific thing. I just don't remember, because I know I didn't care about it. But we weren't allowed to go outside for lunch recess until they confessed, and this was every boy in the school. I think it's something to do with the bathroom, the boys' bathroom. So.
I remember in elementary school, we all got lined up and got swatted hard with a paddle because somebody had trashed the boys' bathroom and nobody confessed to it.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Sharko?
Went to the wrong place. Going to the take food now.
Oh.
I was like, this is not the take food.
What are the different colored rows from the field? Well, one of them is a harvested texture and the other one is a chopped whatever texture. I'm going to cut through a cornfield. I just can't wait to get home. And I ended up taking the long way because that's how I roll.
Really?
Yep. You're probably back there already, aren't
I'm back parked and washed.
you? Yep. So I took the long way for sure. What do we got sitting out there right now? No harvester is too small for any field. It just depends on how many hours you want to spend working on the field. That's really the thing of it. And can you get it done in a decent amount of time?
Yes, it's big enough. It just might not be as efficient as you'd like it to be.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about you and your preference of and time than it is anything else. This was a wise decision, gentlemen, these harvesters. This is going to make our life so much better. Already has. Not bad for an honest day's work. Not bad at all.
Nope.
Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. And I think as the sun goes down on August, we're going to call it here, guys. It's a holiday weekend. I'm sure many of you need to spend time with your families and friends, as do we. It's been a great stream. You guys have been a lot of fun today. We've had some really good conversations. Enjoy your barbecue, your dino nuggets and tater tots, or whatever, and your pizzas, and whatever you're doing for this holiday weekend. Enjoy it. It only comes once a year. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for Harvest World this time around. Trucko, Caveman, do you have any final parting thoughts and words?
We'll catch you
I'll
next time.
Yeah, see you Wednesday.
Alright, guys. As always, we very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.